Okay. So let's see. Where did we last left off? Sorry. Oh yeah.
He murdered Jekyll on the way back to...
Yeah. Well, first of all, spend your experience points, if you will.
I'm thinking of not spending mine this time because at this point I'm kind of just sort of spending them just to spend them.
Okay.
Unless, well, the only thing I can think of is maybe Strike to Injure might be worthwhile having.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's it's
Yeah,
situational, but it's nice.
All right. Well, let me read up. Maybe I'll spend on that.
Essentially, it gives you like a +1 on critical table chart, but do remember that I don't usually use criticals for normal enemies.
Right.
But it's, of course, it's always useful to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, I think I now have the record for most opponents killing themselves on a critical fumble.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Which is kind of funny.
It's a reliable strategy.
Yes.
It's called Sigmarite Jinx.
Yes.
Brian, are you spending your XP?
Yeah. I think I'll do +5 toughness.
Always a good idea.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, I was going to ask about that because I'm at the point now where I can I've maxed out my stats except for toughness, but the +5 only gets me to 47.
Yeah,
so,
I only get to 38, but I figured I have to do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You know? I mean, I guess for toughness tests,
yeah,
it's useful.
It's always useful.
It won't help in combat,
but you know, against...
I don't know. I mean, I could take five ballistic skill. That always helps, right?
Yes, ballistic skill is nice. I won't deny that. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, against like sickness or stun, it's very useful. It's a very useful thing to have high toughness.
Right.
It's up to you guys. I mean, you know, there's no like...
What about lightning parry? Could I learn that on the fly?
You should be learning that. Maybe not too long, because you are quite an experienced warrior, but you should learn that.
Okay.
It's not easy to do.
Okay, I'll take +5 ballistic skill for now then, just to keep it moving.
Oh, I apparently already took Strike to Injure.
Oh, yeah, well.
So, all right, okay, well then maybe I'll just take the +5 toughness and be done with it, because that's the only thing that I have left on stats. So I'll just do that.
Okay, so +5 toughness. Jason, you're waiting for your stuff.
Yeah, I have some stuff that I could probably take now. Like I could probably, I have specialist weapon, either a crossbow or longbow. So I'll probably choose one of those through talking with, because Leopold, you have specialist crossbow, right?
Yes.
And I think Lucas has specialist longbow, so I imagine I'd be able to rationalize learning one of those from either one. I just haven't decided yet, so I'm not going to spend anything at this point.
Very well, no problem.
But I guess, yeah, I'll be tinkering and asking questions about that stuff to those two.
Okay. Yeah, Leopold will show you his fancy repeater crossbow.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that for Witch Hunter I have to just take a normal crossbow. That's gonna be a bummer. Getting rid of the repeater. But
well, you don't have to get rid of it, you know. Just
the encumbrance thing for me is a major issue.
I
think a repeater crossbow would count for a regular crossbow.
I think so too, honestly.
Oh, you think it would? Okay, yeah. Because I was just looking at the trap. Well, so the trappings for a Witch Hunter is I need a crossbow pistol.
Okay.
So.
That's kind of like saying you need to have a riding horse, but you have a war horse, so you're gonna have to exchange that war horse for a riding horse.
Of course.
Well, Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, if the repeater counts, well, then the other thing is it just the repeater crossbow is freaking heavy as all get out. So.
But it's very good.
Does it give you another option? Is it like crossbow, pistol, or something else?
No, it just said it's for witch hunter. The trappings are the crossbow, pistol, best craftsmanship hand weapon, which I guess I already have. Throwing knives or stars, and then heavy armor, which is also going to be a problem.
Dude, that sucks because like I don't want a crossbow pistol. Like, have you read the stats for it?
No,
it
I
takes
have
forever
not.
to reload, and
Yeah.
it's like a strength of 2. It's nothing.
Well, I mean, at this point already, I'm going to be like, here, hold my suit of plate armor while I go do stuff.
Have we concluded anything as far as the weight? I don't know if we came to a conclusion on that. The encumbrance stuff. Were you able to talk with your group?
Sean is not right, unfortunately, so to speak. Yes, I'm sorry. It's probably due to some kind of error in the translation, but yeah, it's only toughness times, something.
Only toughness or only strength?
Strength. Strength.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means I'm 200 to 150 over on encumbrance right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think technically when it comes to heavy armor, they expect you to be over that limit because like the simplified rules are if you have heavy armor, you get a minus to movement.
Right.
And then the complex rules are every 50 over your limit, you start building up a minus.
Full 50.
Yeah, so you're kind of expected to be over encumbered with heavy armor.
Okay, well that makes sense. Well, so I'm at 600 encumbrance and my carrying capacity is 400 if it's just 10 times my strength. So.
Okay, well that sucks.
Yeah,
a bit.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll have to start hiring some.
So what is it again? It's strength times what?
Strength times 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll need to get the little followers from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, but just remember that followers are pretty expensive in the long term.
Well, and then you have to worry about them, dying and stuff.
Dying, betraying you, running away,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't want to discourage you, but just as I don't really like splitting the party, I don't like my players having a horde of NPCs, essentially.
Right. Well, I'm just basing it off of our difficulties keeping a mule alive. So.
Yeah, you saw that with your very own eyes. It's not.
That lasted a session or two.
2.
It lasted longer than I thought he would. Let's put it that way.
A session and a half, actually, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anyway, who's making notes today?
I don't know.
Well, me too.
Andy or.
Okay, Andy, make notes. Oh shit, forgot about that.
I thought
Andy. I meant to say.
Yeah.
Is it
Sean,
Andy's turn?
you just finished, right?
I just
That's
finished
what I meant
3,
to say.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's. So I think it's either Brian or Andy.
Let's make it Brian then, because Andy is not here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Last time on the Thousand Thrones, an epic campaign of murder and mystery. Rip my boy Genaro, he's no longer with us. He was a good man, a good kid. Alas, this cruel world took him from you, I'm sorry. And yeah, and you had to burn his body atop a huge pyre in the middle of a swamp. And after that, you're slowly going back to Marienburg. You found a bunch of notes in the temple. Notes belonging to one Dalbert the Maw. As in the, a huge, like, a huge set of jaws, something like that. Maw.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. I wasn't sure if I was like fully understood here. So anyway, you're traveling back. What's that sound in the background?
Sounds like an echo of you talking.
Might be the volume too high.
Okay.
How's that?
Now it's better. Yeah, now it's better. Okay. So, the return trip took you 3 days. 3 days during which nothing happened, fortunately. But there were 2 incidents. I mean, among your group. First of all, Vincent, you wanted to ask about the cache.
I wouldn't ask at this state. I would ask once, like, back in Marienburg. I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Since it's something that I think Andy needs to be a part of. I was just going to bring it up sometime during this session. I might not even bring it up during this session.
Okay. So we'll be eventually
in the future
waiting for Andy. Okay, no problem. But there's the second thing, Brian.
Yeah.
You wanted to do something.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you want to set it up.
Okay. Do you want to speak with Vincent first?
I mean, yeah, because I'll probably sit there brooding for a little bit, and then I'll go talk to Vincent. Like when everybody else is asleep.
Remember that you are sleeping on the boats. On boats. There's not much privacy there, just so you know. These boats are quite big, but not that big. They are simple rowboats.
Where are we in relation to Jaquil?
Well, you tell me. How do you... first of all, who's rowing? Let's say Lucas is rowing. Jaquil is behind the steer, so these 2 are in the first boat. Who's with them, if anyone?
I know Sally is in the other boat because Jaquil did not want to be in the same boat as Sally.
So Sally's in the other boat? Alright.
Okay.
I'm still ill from
Yeah.
something.
It's very important. Thank you for reminding me, because I will need to... There will be rolling on your part, boys.
Well, I know I have lice now. That's the only thing I've gotten so far.
Yeah, you've got lice, which is really, like, unfortunate, because you need to scratch yourself constantly. Yeah, but other than that, the few of your comrades also do not feel very well. First of all, Lucas is kinda pale when you finally arrive near Marienburg. Vincent, your cold went away, but you need me to make 3 toughness tests, consecutive toughness tests.
All right. Switch to chat. All right. So here they come.
First.
Do I have? Trying to think if I have any. I don't think I have any skills that would contribute to that.
Talents. You don't have the resist disease.
It's a very useful skill.
No, I think all my bonuses are more to willpower than it is to toughness. Though I'm pretty tough. All right, so here goes my toughness tests. Okay, that's a fail.
Yep, first is a fail. You can spend your luck points on them, of course, if you wish.
I'm just gonna fail that first one. I'll roll the second one.
Wait. Don't roll yet. What this means? All your main characteristics just dropped by 5.
Okay.
And you are, by the time you're reaching Marienburg, you are shivering. You have high fever, and you can all feel that he begins to stink horribly. And yeah. But
Should I keep rolling?
Yes, of course. Second.
The second one was a failure as well.
Another -5 to your all characteristics, so you're on -10.
All right.
Third row.
Third row was
Yes.
pass.
Yeah, you're not feeling good. You're not
All
feeling good. Meanwhile, Lucas also developed some kind of fever. You can see him sweating heavily despite rather cold environment around you. I'm going to roll for him now. Okay, first is a pass, second. I think he might have just passed that. Toughness, nope. But there's the... Okay, I'm going to use luck for that. No. So the third time. Oh, 45, 46, 47. Very nice. I like this kind of rolls. All right. Yeah, you see that he also he's also not getting he's also not feeling too hot.
I don't think we'll be permitted into Marienburg in this state. You guys might have to send for a healer, as we are left outside.
Jackie is completely oblivious to to your predicaments. He's humming merrily. He's of course not constantly saying stuff about swamps and things you can see see here. Yeah, he's just he never shuts up.
Okay.
It's quite infuriating at this point, honestly. Yeah.
So my question is so this is all still happening while we're on the boats, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we might be able to find a healer in Swamp Town. Before, in fact, to your point, Vincent, I think getting some kind of healing is probably essential for not being not being allowed to go back into Marienburg.
Yeah, I'm just assuming they won't let us into the gate in these conditions.
Yeah, if we're obviously plague-ridden, probably not.
Am I over my bout of diarrhea yet?
It's long gone.
Okay, so I'm feeling better.
Yes, well, I mean you're still pretty weak, but at least you're not shitting yourself.
Do I still have the minus modifier?
No.
Okay.
So please, Brian, tell me what are you going to do about what?
I mean, I guess there's no point rolling anything. Like, I'm gonna glare at Jaquil for a while,
Well, he doesn't even notice that.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone's sleeping, right?
Yes.
Okay, after a while, I'll get up and go sit next to Vincent.
Where are you, Leopold? In which boat?
Well, who if Lucas is too sick, I guess I would have to do the steering, or is that not the case?
He can steer. He can steer.
Okay.
You won't be able to steer because you don't have, I believe, navigation.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, in the past, I was in the back boat with. Well, actually, no, I was in the front boat with them when Genaro and Sally were sick and stuck in the back boat, if I recall correctly. I think it was the four of us, Lucas, Vincent, and Jekyll in the front boat.
Okay.
So I'm just guessing that I would stay there.
In the back boat?
In the front boat.
In the front boat. All right. So in the back boat,
because I had been in the back boat. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the by the way, you do see both of you see what's happening to Lucas and especially Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not looking pretty. But that means that you, Vincent, and you, Sally, are in the second boat.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. So Vincent, Sally is waking you up.
What is it?
Sally asks how you're feeling, but you get the idea. He was he just wanted to talk to somebody.
Not so well. Or is it morning already? Seems pretty dark. I kind of start getting up on my shoulder, rolling around, seeing what's.
It's not morning yet.
Just looking around. Okay, everything's dark.
Mm.
I set my sword down, the cultist sword, like next to you, and I'm looking really anxious.
What's that for?
Just wanted to set it down. It's heavy.
Need me to carry it for
glaring
a
at
while?
Jaquil. I'm like glaring. My hands are kind of shaking, and
You're like breaking up. Please repeat that.
Yeah, you broke up there for.
We were talking about glaring, and that was about it.
Yeah, I know, but I just want him to repeat that.
Yeah.
I said I'm glaring at Jaquil and my.
Yeah.
And
You just broke up again.
I
I think we got the point.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of.
like you should get the idea of what I'm thinking about and why I woke you up.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of, I guess, roll or reposition myself to where I cover the sword with a blanket. Just kind of put it outside.
I was thinking I already lost more friends than I would have liked to today, so I figured I'd come talk to you before I lose any more.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Jackal.
Jackal is sleeping, snoring loudly, looking happy as always, even in his sleep.
I start cussing in Thailand, and I spit over the boat, over the side of the boat.
Brian, you're
glaring at
breaking rather badly.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can, but there are those breakups. They're pretty jarring. I don't know why. It sounds like you're just having a bad connection.
I would. I know it's a weight to carry, but I'm sure more has let Genaro into his realm. And
side note.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it better? Like I just switched to the 4G.
For now, it's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vincent, as a side note, you know that Moore does not allow mutants to his underworld.
Oh.
No, of course not. And Genaro became a mutant, so his soul is damned.
Okay. Well, then I probably wouldn't say that.
Well, probably it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Genaro was in a lot of pain in this realm. He's been through a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah, I have no doubts about that, and I don't think you guys do either about what had to be done. But that piece of shit over there starts running his mouth.
Yeah. He's crazy. His mind has left him like a lost child. You just have to. It's sometimes difficult to tolerate that mentality, but they don't know where they are in this world.
You're telling me. Well, anyway, yeah, just thought I'd come over and talk to you before I did something stupid.
How long have you been on watch?
So what we doing, like an hour and a half, 2 hour shifts?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, I guess about that, like an hour maybe.
Tell me about Talea.
What about it? What do you want to hear?
Tell me about their faiths, their religions. I hear there's temple of the Black Guard in Tilea,
in Lucchini, right?
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
That's where I'm from.
I hear it's a pretty magnificent building. I'm going to kind of just go on.
Yeah, I know. You
discuss. I'm kind of distract him while, trying to put his mind somewhere else, kind of escape where he's at right now.
I'll take the bait. I try to distract myself.
Okay. My question is, are you still trying to do that?
No.
Okay.
So I have to pass a willpower check at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say that you have 3 willpower tests before, you reach the encampment.
Okay.
And like his sword is kind of in my possession at this point, unless I don't know if he really.
I just set it there so I couldn't reach it really quick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'd probably be offended if you took it from me, but.
Well, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Like while we were talking. Like I didn't like take it and put it in my gear, but I covered it up to where.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
It's under the blanket.
I'll go along with it.
Okay. No problem. So, after that, you eventually arrive back. Oh, sorry, free willpower tests. Roll, please.
1 second. One success.
Ooh.
No success.
I mean, you only have to roll once. If you've passed, that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So you've passed, no problem. Well, you still kinda want to do it, but you're stopping yourself.
Reason.
Yeah. All right. After that, on the 3rd day, you are finally back at the swamp town. You are all wet. You're almost all sick. You're aching all over because you slept in the boats. With only once or twice actually being able to sleep on a small island. You're pretty exhausted, honestly, and you've lost a member of your party. Although, of course, only Sally is really grieving about that, I believe. For example, you've noticed that Lucas almost isn't speaking to you during the trip.
But before we pull into the dock,
Yeah.
I guess once we're close enough that I know we're safe, I'm gonna throw the cultist sword off the back of the boat.
Okay. You're throwing the sword back into the swamp. No problem. Right. Jekyll, swims closer to the shore. He tosses a rope to one of the swampers, a similarly looking grizzle man. They exchange a few words. They must know each other pretty well. After that, you all get out. Well, my friends, says Jekyll, that was one hell of an adventure, eh? I must say, I didn't have so much fun in a long time. Thank you. Thank you for everything. If you ever want to, repeat that experience, you know where to find me.
Can I try to push him in the water?
Yes, you can. Do note that there are quite a few people here.
If I see it, I want to hold him. Try to grab Sally's collar before he gets within arm's reach.
Yeah, like, do you want to make a test before then? Because I mean, if he stops me, then That's basically what I'm going for, like, you little piece of shit, you know.
You're going with that for that?
I want to try to prevent it.
Roll initiative test. Who wins the initiative can act first?
Uh-oh.
Jackie is not defending himself. He's completely nice. Two full successes.
I rolled the wrong dice, right?
No, you've rolled. You've rolled. Oh yeah.
Oh, initiative test.
Yeah, it's initiative test. So.
Yeah, I rolled. So that's.
No, you rolled D10 plus your.
Okay,
you
6 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
65.
Yeah, Sally, you're gonna beat me even if I roll a 10.
Exactly.
So, like you said, there's people around. I'm just pushing them into the water. You know what I mean? It's not.
Okay.
like I'm not murdering the guy. Like, I'm not committing a crime.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him some questions, and now
I'm not drawing my sword.
Roll for weapon skill. If you want to push him into the water.
Is this like street fighting or something? What?
No, not really. It's just you're giving him a shove. Well,
At least it wasn't a fumble.
You've
It wasn't a bot, so I didn't trip and fall in the water.
yeah, you've tried to push him in, and you've struck him in the chest. He's like, "Whoa, I like you too, little man, but no hugs."
I said,
knock it off, Sally.
Does Vincent grab me at that point?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll kind of separate them if I need to roll anything for that. But
I'm gonna say, hey, is there like a healer in town or a place where we can take a bath and get rid of these lice?
Of course you can take a bath. He points out the swamp.
Yeah, no, not the swamp.
Oh.
do you have a wise woman or a?
Well, we have old Eric.
Old Eric.
Yeah, he takes care of of our ailments. He's a pretty wise man.
Where does he?
Where is he? Well, he's in the town, of course.
Okay.
Just ask for him in our canteen. They will point you towards him.
Very well. I'm gonna sling everything and just kind of turn my back and walk away.
Okay. So you're all walking away, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well. Very well.
And I'm making sure Sally's also walking away.
Yeah, I'm walking away.
Okay. Right.
Cussing entirely and under my breath.
Of course, of course. Okay. In that case, you're making your way back to the canteen. It's well, you were there once already, so you know how it looks. It's a typical shoddy swamper canteen, honestly. Nothing special, But as you make your way towards it, you can smell hot food, fish and crawfish, as well as ale, and your mouths begin to water. Although Vincent is coughing heavily, and he's sweating, and Lucas is also, not looking too good, while Leopold is scratching himself like crazy. It doesn't really help Leopold that you have mayo on you. So, Sorry, man.
Pulling out the knitting needles.
Yeah.
I'll go find old Eric.
Hey, I know there's a trick where if you don't wear anything underneath your mail, it'll scratch for you.
Yeah.
Though you may get a rash.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just have weeping sores to contend with.
Well, there's.
But if you do it for Sigmar.
Yeah.
Ooh, for Sigmar.
Or,
Big words.
Or Nurgle. You want to get those weeping sores going on.
Yeah.
Now. What's Nurgle? You don't know.
Yes.
It's just a funny word.
Yeah, well, actually, Sally is also not feeling too well. No, just kidding, of course. But, okay, you're making your way to the canteen. There are quite a few swampers. Let's say that it's right before noon, the third day. You were able to cover quite a lot of distance rather quickly on your way back. There are quite a few people here, and they all honestly look like Jekyll. You know, they're this kind of swamp men. Their age is hard to distinguish. They are all rugged and, you know, thin, whipcord like. Yeah. Okay. Sally, ask away.
I'm gonna ask the bartender if old Eric is there.
He looks at you quite strangely. Well, obviously, you know, you're not from around here. Let's just say. Yeah.
You can say that.
Old Eric is here. He's sitting right there by that barrel. He points towards the man who's sitting on a small wooden stool, right by a barrel, which, you know, doubles as a table. You see that he's eating something from a bowl, some kind of stew, probably. He's there.
Are you old Eric?
No, I'm not old Eric. That's old Eric, right there.
No, yeah, that's why I said that too.
Oh, okay. So you're making your way there.
Yeah.
The man in question is, well, he is visibly old. He's probably something around 50 or 60, you know. So that means he is visibly old. He looks at you while chewing slowly on a piece of meat. Yeah, I am old Eric, little man. And who might you be?
I'm a traveler, and I heard you're something of a healer.
You've heard right. What ails you?
I gestured to my friends. I don't know if they're sitting down or still standing on the door.
I don't know. It's up to them.
We would probably sit at a table and immediately order some food.
Yeah.
Food
I
here
think
is
that's exactly what I need.
food here is pretty cheap for a full, let's say, you know, lunch meal. You pay something like 3 pennies, including a drink. But of course, the food is also pretty basic, you know.
Yeah, but it probably tastes amazing.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. Well, it's warm for starters.
Yeah.
Crawfish for me.
Yeah, there are crawfish. There's a fish stew, fish broth. Of course, there are some kind of strange swamp spices added to the food, and they make it actually taste pretty good. The ale is the only thing which is kind of weak. It's very thin, but it's better than nothing. So each of you pays 3 pennies for the food.
3 pennies.
Yeah.
Sally,
Okay, I got it, yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with them? Asks, you know, old Eric.
They have different issues, it seems, but they're very ill from being out in the swamp.
I see.
I like gesture for somebody to come over.
Who comes over?
Anybody.
Yeah, I want to finish, or not finish, but take another bite if the food's already been served. Then walk over, coughing into my hand.
Leopold keeps on eating, and he says, "Hey, ask him about if he's got a treatment for getting rid of lice." Keeps on stuffing his face.
Okay.
Are you Eric?
The last time I checked, yeah. I am.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Well, what's wrong with you?
I pull a chair out for Vincent because he's pretty weak.
Yeah, I want to sit down and I guess let's see. I'm coughing. He could probably see my complexion better than I can. Do I have sores? Did you say I was? Some sores are appearing.
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to describe how I feel, and then if I have any visual differences, and then I guess Sally, since there's no mirrors are a luxury. If there's any physical differences you see in my face, I would ask you to be a little more descriptive, because I can't really tell.
Let's see.
His face looks normal.
Pale. Okay.
In all honesty.
So yeah, I want to
stinks.
explain to him my
The
symptoms.
whole way here, he was stinking.
I see. You see that Eric is kinda in his own little world. He's like, oh, excuse me. I think he's just cold.
He's just cold, or has a cold?
I mean, it's just cold. He needs to stay in bed, you know. And he'll be fine.
Is there a good inn here?
No, not really, stranger. We don't have inns here.
Maybe at a hospice.
I'm not sure if Sisters of Mercy will allow a man with cold into their hospice. I mean, it's not too severe. But you may try.
Yeah, but just for a place to stay.
Anything else? I'm kinda eating here.
And we have Leopold over here.
Yeah.
Scratching his balls.
Yeah. It's not crabs.
He's got lice. He's got lice. He just needs to wash in a clean water.
I put 3 pennies down on the table for him.
For whom?
For old Eric.
All right. Bart, I mean, the canteen owner, you know, looks at you, looks at the money. Thank you.
It was for old Eric. I put it on old Eric's table.
Yeah, well, it will go on his tab. No worries.
All right.
We're all honest.
And,
we're all honest men here.
And another plate of crawfish for me. I give him another 3 pennies too.
Very well. Coming right up. And with that, he prepares your meal. You know, a bowl full of crawfish, a stein of beer, and a few slices of bread. Kinda stale bread, but it's better than nothing. Right. Sally returns to your table, guys. And it's all very quiet.
Yeah, like he already talked to everybody else, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we just got to find an inn and rest up.
I don't know if out of game, but do we remember passing any inns on the road from Marienburg?
No.
I mean, is there?
No.
Is it no?
No.
I think they'll let you into town. You have a cold. I mean, it's not like you're.
Yeah, but Vincent doesn't look like he has a cold. He looks like he's shaking. He's shaking like crazy right now.
So we just got bullshit advice, basically. Or at least for Vincent.
You're not a medic,
Yeah.
you don't know that.
Well, we can at least try to get in. In worst case, we can set up a camp outside, and then whoever can go in, try to find help.
Yeah,
I think
forget.
you need a priestess of Shalaya.
Did we had? Didn't we have something from the ambassador? We had some sort of paper or something to get us through the gate on the way out, right?
You
Or
had?
am I-
Yeah,
maybe I'm
thought
dreaming
so.
that.
I think Lucas had something.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore. I thought we had something that was saying, but maybe I'm thinking of something completely different. But I thought
It
we
was
did.
from the Imperial Ambassador, I think. Like he gave us something to get through the gate.
Maybe. Lucas looks at you and says, I don't have anything like that.
All right. Well,
Right.
worst
well,
case, I could bring a priestess to the outside to the gate.
either
What we
way,
do there.
coughing through this. We ought to get going. It's noon. We could. How
Yeah.
far away are we away from the gate?
A couple of hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we made it there easy. I mean, it wasn't like super far last time, so I think we could make it back.
I say after this meal, we hightail it to Marienburg and try to get situated inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask the bartender if there's any wagon drivers that we could take to Marienburg from here.
Not really, sir. We don't rather use wagons. We have our boats. And besides, he looks at Vincent and Lucas. I'm not sure if any wagon driver would take these two with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
All right.
just.
I'm not anxious to get back on a boat. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we can.
I relay the information to them.
Mm-hmm.
We can either set up camp just outside where we're at now, and then let Lucas and I get some rest while you guys go ahead, or we can see what the gatekeepers say at Marienburg. But a couple of hour walk, I don't know. It's going to take a lot out of us.
Well, I feel like I need to get this information back to the ambassador because I mean we also need to, now that we know for sure that something is up with this kid, we need to follow his trail. So we don't have the luxury of time to sit around and wait for wait for this stuff. So I think we should go. We should head and roll the dice on getting into the maybe Sally can sweet talk them or grease their palms or something to let us in, and then we just need to get in there and get you guys in a good
We need
apothecary.
a couple days for everybody to heal up, regardless. So I don't think it's going to be a case if we get back and then hop right back on the road, because none of us can really fight or do anything right now.
First of all, did you read the papers, which you took from Dalbert the Mall?
The notes.
I was going to ask you that. I would like to read them to understand them better.
Let's find a more private setting to open these up because of where we got it.
I mean, you were able to read them during the trip back, Leopold.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
I will do that.
I would recommend we get the information to. I guess who is it?
Well, we essentially have to give it to that lady.
Yes. What's her name?
I don't remember.
Bitch,
Okay.
says Lucas.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I say we hurry the information to them, and then while they deliberate
Are you
on
gonna
what to do
read,
next, we will rest.
Leopold says, the dwarves on the borders of Wissenland, they have a thing called a Book of Grudges. I'm thinking of starting one myself.
What does the notes say?
Well, Leopold, did you read them?
Yes, he definitely, because he wanted, he quickly glanced at it. He glanced through the prayer book, but it was the notes, I think, that made a reference to the child, and so that's what really got his interest.
Excuse me. Okay, so Leopold.
What does it say?
Well, what does it say? Knows Leopold? Maybe he will tell you. That's for him right now. I'm just kidding, of course. So anyway, Journal of Dalbert the Mall. This loose folio of scribbled notes is written in Reichspiel. Yes, cheers. Sorry guys for that. I'm still quite sick.
Okay.
They mostly concern elaborate and frequently incoherent discussions of Stromfo's doctrine. Interspersed are self-important records of cult business, sacrifices, celebrations, recruitments, deaths, and other miscellany. A thorough reading takes you about... normally it would take you, just a couple of hours, but since you were traveling on boat and, it was gloomy all the time because it was so swamp, let's just say that it took you like 2 full days, alright? But anyway, on your third day, you were finally able to piece together the origin of the blessed child. You see, The sections on the blessed child state he was born to a female cultist 7 years ago, when the cult had almost 30 members. The cultists believe their god sent the child to sway the hearts of the heathens, cast down the hated church of Manan, and restore the proper worship of Stromfels. There is no mention of a birthmark on the child's body. During a ceremony where the boy was to be consecrated in the blessed pool, a group of witch hunters attacked. He was believed killed along with most of the cult. A month ago from now, the cult learned that a man named Jürgen Bayer sought a boy with powers like those possessed by their missing child. The cult has discovered Bayer frequents a tavern called the Jolly Boatman in the Dud Canal ward of Marienburg. They plan to capture him, find out what he knows, and learn if their child still lives after all.
Okay, what was his name again?
Jürgen Bayer. I'm going to write it down. Here.
And he was
He's a man.
in relation to the child?
He's a man.
He's the one who supposedly took the child.
No. Once again. A month ago, the cult learned that a man named Jürgen Bayer sought a boy with powers like those possessed by their missing child. The cult has discovered Bayer frequents a tavern called the Jolly Boatman in the Dud Canal ward of Marienburg. They plan to capture him, find out what he knows, and learn if their child still lives after all.
Okay. Interestingly enough, Dud Canal is near the Shalayan orphanage.
Yes, Dud Canal is the worst ward or district of Marienburg. The most dangerous place. It's equivalent in Naun, for example, is the labyrinth. While in Talachheim, it would be the Talos.
Yeah. Okay.
So you kind of have the idea.
Yeah.
So we need to find this guy before the cult does.
No, I think
understand
that was the guy. Isn't that the guy we questioned in the yellow?
No.
Nope.
No,
No,
this is
the
something
guy
different.
the guy we questioned was the witch hunter, who took the boy in the first place
Okay.
and put him in the Shalayan orphanage.
Exactly.
So this guy is probably the guy who started the stuff about him being the second coming of Sigmar.
Perhaps.
Right.
Or at least, now that we know that this kid is not, that he's a foul abomination.
Well, remember that you read about it in a journal belonging to a sharkman. Who worshipped some kind of foul god from the wastes.
Yeah.
So.
But I believe everything I read. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's the way to go.
It's fake news.
Here,
Leopold, read this. It's called Liber Chaotica.
Yeah. Yes, Leopold was convinced that maybe it was Sigmar. Now he's convinced that it absolutely is not Sigmar. So he's.
I envy Leopold. It must be very peaceful in his world.
Very simple. We must kill.
Yes. Anyway.
Perfect fire.
Yeah, that's what Leopold read in the journal, and that's what he was able to tell you. I presume that you've told them that, Leo.
Yes, I would tell them that because I'm trying to get them on board with the child murder.
Oh, okay. Of course. Okay. Well.
I don't know about that, but this is the next step, I guess. But for right now, we need to get everybody medical attention, and it's not going to happen in this town. So we need to move to.
Yeah, we need to get into Marienburg.
Closer to Marienburg.
So you're making your way back to Marienburg, I presume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a weapon right now, but.
I think you have some kind of sword breaker or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's all I have. I have a sword breaker and a dagger.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, I guess.
You're making your way through the swamp, trudging back. You can't really walk too fast because Vincent is not feeling too hot, and Lucas also doesn't look too well himself. Eventually, after like less than 3 hours, you've arrived at the gates of Marienburg. The swamp is behind you and all around you. Actually, the miasma is overbearing, but you can also now smell the typical smells of a huge city of the old world. The stench of unwashed masses, the smell of cooking food, excrement, but also in case of Marienburg, of the sea and overstuffed canals, overstuffed by waste, of course.
Mm.
In front of the gates, there are about half a dozen of mercenaries in Marienburg's colors. They are dressed in yellows and blues, as well as, of course, a couple of other colors too. Their uniforms look quite posh. They are wearing essentially half plates, or actually cuirasses and chainmails. They're armed with halberds as well as swords. A few of them have firearms. They're chatting with each other. Of course, you were passing a couple of people on the road going towards and from Marienburg when they saw what what was wrong with you. They of course gave you a white pass, and mouthed a few of them mouthed curses, but a few of them also spoke quiet praise to Shalaya, although probably to save themselves from the plague rather than you. Eventually you reach the gate. One of the guardsmen, when he sees you, a tough-looking man with impressive lash beard, ginger beard, he was just speaking to two of his subordinates, probably since he looks like he's an officer of some kind. He makes his way towards you, but we'll be back in a few minutes because I need to make myself something to drink. Sorry, guys.
Okay, no
No
worries.
problem. Good time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some food. All right, see you back in a minute.
All right, I am back.
Oh man, did you guys see this?
What's that?
Oh, somebody just shared a post. Apparently, the 1066 Wargaming Club had, over the course of the last couple years, amassed figures. They said over 1,000 miniatures to recreate the Battle of Hastings, and had taken it around to various wargaming conventions or whatnot, and put on demonstration games. Apparently, someone stole all of them over last night.
Really?
Yeah, it's yeah, that's like, yeah, it just boggles my mind.
Yeah,
Somebody would do that. I mean, it sounds like they were, mostly plastic miniatures.
How many miniatures? Over 1,000?
They said 1,000. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It shows a lot in the pictures. So they're putting on one of these huge, demonstration games. Yeah. So it shows like it shows a much bigger than 8x4 table, with a lot of figures on it. I don't know if it's 1,000 right there, but it's a lot. And they're sort of multi-based. Yeah, I can see. I recognize the Conquest plastic Normans for sure.
So where was it when it got stolen?
It's in England.
Okay.
So me. It was just one of the groups I'm on. They reposted it. WinterCon gaming convention. No, that's not where they were though. Blah, 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 blah. Battle Abbey, wherever that is. But apparently they've been, for the last year or two, they've been, and then everybody's sharing it around local saga groups and groups in England.
Yeah. Trying to find out who took it.
And one guy was saying that might be a good idea to contact people who actually are dealers and give them a heads up.
Yeah.
That there's a massive stolen army floating around. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, I actually know a guy who on a much smaller scale had a very high quality painted 40K army get stolen out from under him. I'm always paranoid, less about outright theft than just leaving stuff at a convention.
Yeah.
I only recently started going to KublaCon in the Bay Area, and for the most part, I'm not, I don't leave my stuff lying around, but I'm also not super paranoid that there's people trying to rip people off there.
Yeah. They bring all types, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just it. For the most part, like I play with. Well, I just met him the year before last, but this year, I played with the same people, so it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I know them reasonably well. And then if you go to like old hammer type events, for the most part, I think people at those aren't gonna aren't gonna do that to you because they're in the same boat you're in.
Yeah. I always considered like adding historics into my Empire army.
Mm-hmm.
But never went for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I did with my Bretonians. Is basically my resurgence in doing the Bretonians is kind of centered around when I got these Conquest Normans, and so I built up 20 of them to make a unit of brigands for the. Because I had like maybe, I don't know, 9 or 10 actual Bretonian models.
Well, yeah, like the older Bretonian infantry models looked very historic. Like they wore mail with like their halberds, and whereas I think Games Workshop wanted to make things look a little more unique with their plastic line.
Right, exactly. Well, I think it was really what it was that the Perrys, wanted to do 100 Years' War French, and so that's what they were doing. Oh, these are the Bretonians now, because that's why they came out with that supplement in whichever the White Dwarf was. That was, because the Warhammer armies, the troops lists are weird, and then they came up with using all the Perry figures, and it was like, oh, you get foot knights, you get you get retainers with spears or crossbows, or so it's stuff that, like, from a historical wargamer perspective, makes a lot more sense than whatever the list was that they had in there. I don't even remember what all the names were.
Yeah, I like the older army lists. Like they just seemed like they had less unique units, but they had more basic units.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd have spears, halberds, you'd have squires, you'd have all kinds of, as far as Bretonian goes, and then even in Empire you'll have foot knights, and you'll have like it seemed like there was more variety of infantry.
Yeah.
Like heavy infantry, light infantry, able to upgrade infantry units with different armor types to create all new stuff. Whereas like the later army books just seemed much more simplified.
Yeah. I didn't get much out of 4th and maybe a little 5th with some of the, I started buying army books after the fact, like the when they started splitting out, because I just, originally all I had was, 3rd edition rule book and Warhammer Armies, and that was, and the Siege book, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So.
I was looking at the Kings of War. Are you familiar with Kings of War?
Just in.
I'm back. Sorry for the long.
No, that's cool. I've had some people try to get me into it, and there's a couple guys who that's what they use all of their like night goblins. Like there's one guy who painted up a really nice night goblin army, and he essentially based it for Kings of War, so it's more like the diorama basing.
Mm-hmm. I've read the rules. It seems streamlined, and it seems like there's a lot more unit variety,
right, as
well. Yeah, that was actually where I was like, I had a bunch of Empire stuff, and I was like, I looked at the Kings of War unit stats. I was like, wow, there's you could take a Historics army and just turn that into a Kings of War army.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people do, because at Kubla Khan, they had a bunch of guys who came over to play the Mordheim game, and they were like, yeah, you should come play Kings of War. And he had a bunch of Bretonians that he was fielding in Kings of War. And, it looks like an okay game. I mean, I've heard, mixed reviews of it, but, I'm not super fussed about the rules system too much. I just like to, get out my figures and roll dice, you know. So I played a little bit of Dragon Rampant, and you know, just since I don't really remember the rules to begin with, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Just rolling dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just having fun.
Okay, everyone's here.
Well, I don't know where Brian is.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. The man, he looks kind of extravagant because he has this fancy helmet with essentially something like a plume, you know, coming from the top. It looks rather bizarre, to be honest. He approaches you. Oh, welcome, weary travelers. Welcome to Marienburg. You want to enter our first city?
I'm kind of fixated at the huge feather on his hat.
Yeah.
Leopold says, yes, we
Looking up at it.
have important business in the city.
You don't say. Thank God he rolled a botch on the perception test. Very well. Well, first you will need to pay the fee, of course.
Which is?
It is today is a good day, so it will be only 5 pennies per leg.
What's that?
5 pennies per leg, halfling.
So,
Yeah.
So
40 pennies?
40.
40
Yep.
pennies. How many silver?
Was it 12? And
Is it-
we
Is it
just
12
every time.
Is it 12 or 20?
I think it's 20.
Okay. There
No,
must be
it's
12
12.
shillings
No,
per crown.
12 silver is a crown. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
that's
got
where I got the 12 from.
Two-
But 20
two
pennies
s-
per
2 silver and... Wait, no. 3 silver, 4 pennies.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Oh, I have it the other way. I have 20 shillings per gold and 12 pennies per shilling. Am I wrong?
Oops.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I was sure
Is that why you're
before.
cheap? All right. Yeah, I have 12 pennies equals a single shilling.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, sorry, my bad. That's 20 shillings is a single gold crown.
The 3. All right, I got
Okay.
it.
So
Okay.
it's 3 silver, 4 pen.
Yep. You know, that's quite a lot, honestly, but, well.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Leopold.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with it. That sounds like a deal right now.
Okay. Are
Yeah,
you
for now-
paying
for now.
it individually or from the war chest?
I'll pay from the war chest.
Very well.
Can we get like a Marienburg easy pass since we travel so frequently?
He looks at you strangely. He's not sure if you're not making fun of him.
I don't know if you guys have that in Europe.
What's that exactly?
It's like we have toll. I imagine you guys have toll roads,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
do.
it's like an electronic toll road where you don't ever have to stop. You just drive through it, and then
Yeah, we have
it
that
just-
in European Union. We have that. Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh
Yeah.
man,
we call it easy
Yeah.
pass.
I got pissed off when we were in Denver for track over the summer, and you know, I was using Google Maps to get around, and it put me onto these freaking toll roads, and it's like it's a video toll, so you don't pay anything. You just they just, you know, get your plate and then they send it. So I'm in a rental
Oh.
car, of course.
okay.
So not only do I have to pay the toll, I now have to pay a fee because they had to pay a toll for me.
my
I was
God.
like, what? Yeah, and it was like, well, one, I had no choice because it was on the way to the airport, but the other one, it was like if I had just gone a different way, I could have avoided, and I didn't know it until I'm getting on the road.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was the fee like high or not?
No, well, no, but it's just maybe it's Leopold's
Yeah.
thing rubbing off on me,
Rubbing.
but I'm just like, I don't want to pay $1 that I don't have to pay. What's up?
That's why I wanted to ask if Leopold is okay with paying the fee.
He's okay with it coming out of the war chest.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just came out of the war chest.
It doesn't feel like his own money,
Oh, so that's okay. Yeah, sure.
even though technically
It is,
it's
it
partly
is.
his money, but yeah, he looks at it as not his money per se. So
He's not a supernumerate.
Yes.
actually, I think he is, but that's okay.
Okay, so you've paid the man. He wishes you all, good day. Have a good day in our fair city, strangers. And then you once again enter the sprawling streets. Well, actually, the sprawling mass of
Walk fast,
Marienburg.
but not too fast.
Yeah. It's that's actually a very wise plan, honestly, because you're still coughing, some of you at least. Cool.
Damn allergies.
Yeah, of course. You're once
So
again.
I think we should go straight to a priestess, because they're not going to turn us the way innkeepers will.
Oh.
Everyone roll for common knowledge empire or wasteland if you have it.
Yeah, I think we all have it, right?
Common knowledge empire.
Is it just Sally doing it?
No, everyone can roll for it.
Let's see. Is that just intelligence? Nope.
Sean roll.
April got it. Yeah.
Brian, you're rolling.
Yeah, I failed.
Yeah.
Unless I get a bonus.
No.
Now,
Yeah, actually, Brian, yeah, you do have bonus. Well,
Okay, so that passed on.
it looks like this. Shalayan priestesses are, of course, helping people, but it's not exactly for free. Contrary to the common misconception that they are treating everyone, they are treating the most desperate and needy, people most in need. But unfortunately, not everyone.
But for the right price, they will, right?
Yes, for the right price, but you've heard that sometimes this price, well, of course, it's it's all for the good of the church, for needing and so on. This price can be very, very, very high. Unfortunately. And it's it's only natural. I mean, Shalayans also need to, eat, maintain their monasteries, their hospitals, hospices. So it's only normal.
put it on the governor's tab.
I think we just.
We at least need Vincent and Lucas looked at. Leopold, you just need to wash your ass.
Well, I feel like we need to go immediately to the Imperial Embassy, but we can drop the sicker people off somewhere.
Drop us off, because the more we're in town, the more likely we'll get pointed out and get called out.
Can we find what do you guys think about going to an apothecary?
That might also be an option, but I think they might refuse.
Well, okay,
I mean,
you want to find
I guess this is
right by the
what would
gate
our
here?
characters do living in this what do they know to do? You know what I mean? I'm not sure what to do, but maybe Sally does. Would an apothecary make more sense than a priestess?
Lucas is the healer in this group, so maybe Lucas has some idea of what he needs to get better. Or am I off base there? I thought he had some sort of healing skill.
He has, a sort of healing skill from, essentially from the woods. So it's less healing skill. It's more like just patching wounds.
Okay.
He's not a full-time healer per se. Unfortunately, he's just he's a redneck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, so Leopold's thought process is we need to get these guys to a healer of some sort.
Yes.
And an apothecary might be the quickest route to do that with the least amount of hassle.
In essence, yes. The apothecary. Well, I mean, you can try the Shalayans, but like I've said, there's no guarantee that they will admit you just like that.
Yeah, that's I guess just first place we come to. I imagine there's more apothecaries and the priests of Shalai. Is that more of a one location in a city type of thing, or there's just little temples everywhere?
There are usually a few of them in a big city like that. you don't think that the Shalayan orphanage was the only Shalayan like place in Marienburg, you know?
Well, we do know that from our exploits in Talagad that the priestess of Shalaya will, they'll take it. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how that would. Either way, whichever we come up against first, probably.
Yeah, let's look for an apothecary first. If we come across a priestess of Shalaya, we'll stop there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute because I've got a phone call coming here. I don't answer my home phone, so I'll just mute for a minute.
No worries, sure. Okay, guys. So if you want to find like Shalayan, like a hospice or temple, you need to ask for it. That means making, gossip tests. Who's making gossip tests?
I think Lucas and Vincent should not be
making gossip tests.
Yeah, we should remain as undercover as possible at this point.
So, who will it be?
So I could maybe Sally with the help of Leopold, or could both of them do a gossip test?
Yeah, I think I have plus 10%. Or no, I don't have plus 10%. I have regular. I have regular gossip, which would be like a 43.
Okay.
So I can. Do you think, Sally? Do you want assistance on that? Or do you want me just to roll my own roll?
I'm rolling on a 55, and I have gossip, charm.
Oh, let me see. Do I have? I think. No.
And I have schemer, so I get plus 10 on charm.
Okay, because I just have streetwise. If we're talking to criminals, I have plus 10. But so I'll just throw in. I'll give Sally an assist because he's more better talker than me.
Hey, the Cathayan healed us pretty good after that battle with the.
I'm not sure I trust those demon lovers.
No, it's not demon lovers.
So you're giving me a plus 10 boost?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Do I have to roll for that, or is it just?
I'm gonna use a luck. Because
yeah, Sally is wrong. Not the person who makes the test is wrong. All right, Sally. What's that sound?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was me.
No worries. Sally, you've
He's knocking his vodka bottles. Sorry.
Yeah.
You've begun asking around.
Making a drink.
Yeah. You've begun asking around, and eventually, you were given the directions to the small Shalayan, like shrine / temple / hospice. It's not too far from here. You are near the gate leading to Altdorf, and this place is in Rieksport, on the second island from the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closer to the wall or closer to the
That's not
sound?
too far away.
It's a bit closer to the wall, honestly.
Okay.
Rieksport is permeated in this smell of constant, like this constant smell of fish, of rotting fish, mostly, unfortunately, and seaweed. It's pretty choked. The canals are pretty choked with all sorts of detritus, unfortunately, and the streets are very narrow here. But at least most of the people that you meet on the streets do not look like thugs. At least for now, of course. You are making your way to the place which was which you were given directions to, and in less than half an hour, you are standing in front of a small single-story building, all of course completely white. There's a slightly worn symbol of a dove in front of the above the entrance to the building. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and you can smell strong medication coming. You can smell medication, herbs, unguents from inside. There's also a small inscription above the door, below the dove. Merciful Shalaya, have mercy on our souls. Who goes there? Who goes inside?
I think we should just send the sick people in.
Or we can send in Sally.
Find out what's going on first. I mean, if they have to stay for a little bit, then we could break up. But for right now, we should at least find out what's going on.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to take a bath. Maybe I can trouble them for a bath in here to get rid of my bugs. All right, I'll go inside.
Okay. You're going inside.
We'll all go in, I think.
The space inside is not too large. There's well, it is simply put a big shrine. Oh. The shrine is, of course, is dedicated to Shalaya in her aspect of the healer, like of the young healer woman. Her eyes are eternally weeping, and she places her hands over her heart. Below the statue, there are many sacrifices to Shalaya. Small bowls full of food, and incense. There are some strange herbs being burned, which produce this pungent aroma that you can feel inside the temple. There are two priestesses, and from what you can tell, there are like 3 acolyte girls, young girls, cleaning the place. One of them is washing the floor. Yeah, some stuff like that. As you enter Leopold, one of the priestesses, an older woman, turns around, looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and walks towards you. Welcome to the temple of the Lady of Mercy, she says. Her tone is clipped, it's very formal. It's obvious that she's an educated woman. How can I help you, young man?
Greetings, Mother. We have some compatriots who are in need of Shalaya's mercy, or not Shalaya's mercy, Shalaya's assistance.
I see. And what ails them, young man?
We're not sure. They caught something on our travels.
I see. Very well, I can see that you also need some help. I
Yes,
believe
very much. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
I believe these are lice. I will order my sisters to prepare a bath for you. But for now, I would like you to step outside of the temple. The lice are an unfortunate affliction, so to speak.
Yes. Yes, Mother, I will
Come
wait outside.
I will go with you, of course, and see what ails your friends.
Thank you very much.
You both walk outside. Guys, you see Leopold is walking outside with a stocky-built Shalayan priestess in her early 50s, probably. She looks like she means business. Well, let me take a look at you, she says, looking at every single one of you. She looks at you, Sally. You are fine, although you do need to change your clothes as they are covered in feces. You, she looks at Lucas. Yes, I can see that there's something wrong with you. That's a swamp fever. I think I know a man who might help you with that. A doctor. He lives not far from here. Let me look at you, young man. She looks at you, Vincent. By Shalaya's mercy, she says, but she doesn't take a step back, interestingly. You have green pox.
Uh-oh.
Now, each of you heard about green pox.
Grim pox?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the most horrible and deadly diseases in the old world, essentially.
Yay.
Shit.
Known to wipe out whole cities, if left unchecked. Very virulent, very hard to cure.
I want to
Wow.
do the.
Lucas, essentially, he just jumps away from you, Vincent.
I want to
Man,
do the hand. The hand signal of more. The passing the palm of the face in front of my palm of my hand in front of my face.
Oh, the John Cena. I see.
I want to dab.
And his name is John Cena!
You
Alright.
can't see me, Death.
Anyway, yeah, you guys are pretty shocked by this news. And now, come to think of it, you can see the first, like, signs of boils on Vincent's face. They're not here, not yet. But, yeah, they will be soon.
So we got super lucky that the guard was lame.
Yeah.
Out of character, is that what Genaro had?
No. I mean, you
No.
don't know. You don't know that. I'm not going to tell you, unfortunately. No, I mean, Genaro had scurvy.
Yeah, he had. Yeah.
Scurvy.
He had boils on his face, though.
Yeah, from scurvy.
Oh, okay.
Or syphilis. We're not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was a possibility. You know, he dipped his snake in the wrong hole, so to speak. No, it was scurvy, not syphilis. You know, there's this saying, "Prima aprilis, it's syphilis." You know what?
Never heard that one.
You know what Prima aprilis is?
No.
It's like the first day of oh my God, what's the of April?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in
Sure.
Poland we call it Prima aprilis
Okay.
when people make
Okay, got it.
jokes, you know.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Got it.
And we have this saying, Prima aprilis. It's not a cold, it's syphilis. Yeah, sorry for that. That was horrible. Now, the priestess takes you, Vincent, by the hand. Come inside, boy. We must treat you. You can't be allowed to walk the streets in this horrible condition.
Right. Then I look to the others and say, if I pass, fear not. I have my pathway to more.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Vincent.
Can
Take care.
can I take your Vincent? Asks Lucas.
I get a sword.
Can I take your money since you won't be needing it inside?
Who said that?
Lucas.
Well, isn't Lucas going inside?
No.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
not.
something else.
Oh, okay.
Swamp fever.
Yeah. No, Lucas. I'm just going. Yeah, just no.
He just nods. All right then. Good luck with you getting better and all. The priestess takes you inside, Vincent. Vincent, I mean, I got Jason. What this means, essentially, unfortunately, since you went to the Alliance, I was actually hoping that you wouldn't. Your character will be out of the game for 7 days.
Oof, okay.
Yeah. In-game days, of course. Unfortunately, sorry for that. And like, there's no way. I mean, of course, you can try and get out, but the sisters will treat you. That's the good news. You won't be. You won't be sick anymore. But there are You will need to make a single test, single toughness test after the 7 days, because you might be scarred for life, essentially.
Okay.
Because of the boils on your face.
Okay.
This adds to the mystique of the accursed Dariush.
Yes.
Hey, it's camouflage now. I
There
look
you go.
different.
Well, anyway, guys, you see that Vincent is just disappearing inside the temple. Anyone is doing anything, or?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I guess-
follow.
Okay,
Like, 'cause I need to find out what's going on. You know, like.
Okay, you follow inside.
yeah, my guess is that we wouldn't understand that he was going to be gone for a week, and we just
Well-
assumed
Yeah.
that they were going to heal him.
Well, when we consider what we know about what I have, I think a week is one of those, like, it's probably something that we know isn't going to be fixed very quickly, since it's
Yeah,
something
I mean,
that's run rampant.
I figured after that trip we would need a few days to recuperate anyway. You know.
Yeah, you can
So-
take some downtime, of course, but you do have like mission from the embassy. Just
Yeah.
remember that. Anyway, Sally, you're coming inside after Vincent and the priestess, who is giving commands to her underlings. Prepare the isolation cell and contact Dr. Schreiber. I will need his help. Hurry up, girls, hurry up. They're saying yes, mother, and begin and run away to perform their duties. Sister Kunegunda, says the says the older priest, you will take care of the temple for now. I need to prepare this young man for his treatment. Of course, Sister Superior. And the younger sister is when she sees that you walked in, Sally, she makes your way towards you. Does anyone else other than Sally make their way inside the temple?
Leopold's going to wait outside because they told him to wait outside.
You're guessing that after this revelation, you're not getting a bath here, Leopold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's not.
Shucks.
Yeah. Sorry. Lucas, of course,
Yes,
Lucas is asking you, Leopold. Hey, Leopold,
Yeah?
do you think we might be, sick because of Vincent?
No, I feel fine. Just
Okay.
these damn bugs.
Yeah, well, nice. You should really, take a bath.
I'm trying to get on that.
Okay. I mean, all right. Sure.
But you're sick. Don't you want to go inside here?
I'm not going into a place where someone has green pox.
Oh, yeah.
Are you out of
Probably
your
a good
mind?
idea. Well, sometimes.
Sally.
Not as much as some people in the group.
Sally, the young sister, who's pretty attractive for a human female, approaches you. Welcome, Mr. Halfling. How can I help you?
Just seeing what's going on with my friend in there.
Yes.
And my friend outside has swamp fever, and they didn't tell us what to do for it.
Is it serious?
I don't know.
I will take a look at it.
They didn't they give us a name of a doctor?
No, not yet.
No, they gave a name to call for you, Vincent, but
Yes.
I don't know if we caught that or not.
The woman exits the temple. You can see Leopold and Lucas. You can see her now, of course. She walks towards the group with Sally. Which one of you, Aaron, has the swamp fever? That would be me, says Lucas. Yes, I can see the symptoms indeed. Very well. After Dr. Schreiber takes care of your colleague, you can visit him and ask him for your help. He's pretty decent at dealing with swamp fever. Here's the address, she says. It's Gustavstrasse 26. It's in re-export, right on the southernmost isle of this world. Just ask for Dr. Schreiber and he will see you. Of course, it will cost you.
Money is no object for Lucas. He's rich.
No, I'm not, says Lucas.
Actually, I have no clue how much money he has.
But I'm sure that we still have a lot of money in the war chest, right, Sally?
So to speak, I wouldn't go breaking the bank with anything. Don't make any large purchases.
Well, we have... that doesn't really matter. What I wanted to say, Sally, is that currently we have a bit more money, if you know what I mean.
Currently?
Yes, I mean... Well, let's be honest here. After Genaro passed, we won't have to pay for extra room, extra meals. We can use this money to help Vincent here and myself, and give Leopold a bath, because look at the itching that he has.
I imagine by now you guys are all subconsciously itching.
Yes.
Is Lucas staying here, or is Lucas going to Dr. Schreiber?
Well, this young man, says Sister, we have a more serious situation on our hands. Dr. Schreiber should be available, I don't really know when. One of our acolytes has been sent for him. Perhaps he'll be available today, maybe tomorrow. He will help our sister superior, in curing your friend. But I can see that the swamp fever hasn't developed that much, young man, and it's not contagious, unlike green pox. So you don't have to worry about it that much. Maybe you could, excuse me, rent a room not far from good doctor's office and just wait for him there.
That sounds like a plan. And what sort of donation does the Order of Shalaya
we
usually receive for the treatment that Vincent's going to get?
Well, greenpox is a very serious illness, although we do this for our goddess and for the betterment of all. That said, we welcome any sort of donation, Herr Halfling.
Very well. I'm going to take 3 gold out and hand it to her to get the ball rolling.
All right. She takes the money and nods to you and says, "Thank you. This money will be spent well in service to the Goddess of Mercy." When you gave her the money, you thought that you've heard Lucas, doing something like something like that. But maybe you were just imagining things. You're not sure. Anyway, try and rent a room there. Your friend will be staying at our temple for quite some time. You can ask daily for his well-being, but I guess that it will at least take 2 weeks before we'll be able to release him.
Okay, I thought it was a week.
No, out of the game it was a week.
Oh, okay.
I didn't told you in game that it would take a week. So
okay.
Yeah. If that is all, I must return to my duties, says the girl.
He's just using that trick where it makes you look better if you overestimate.
Yes.
Yeah, due to our professionalism, we were able to cut the time in half.
That would be great. Yeah. Anyway, after that, she bows to you all and returns inside. So, guys, what about you?
I say we should go. Well, I need a bath. And
Yeah,
I
let's
guess
go
we
find
need to
an
get.
inn
Do you
near
want?
the.
Do you want to find the inn near the where the doctor is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I feel like, although it's pressing to go to the Imperial Embassy, I feel like they'd appreciate it if I didn't bring lice with me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that's like a hour or two type of thing, washing longer clothes. So it's not like you're taking a vacation.
Yeah.
Probably.
Plus, Sally still has some stains to get out of his trousers.
Well,
I was,
yeah.
I was just noticing we should probably, for Sally's pants, we should go to Shatton Ward. Haha.
let me be perfectly clear. Almost all of you require a new set of clothes.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'll be
So
wearing.
let's stop at the tailor real quick then on the way to the inn.
I'll be wearing my Araby clothes coming out of
Yeah.
Shalai Temple.
You still have
I was
Arabic
gonna-
clothes?
Yeah.
They're also in a very bad shape. Remember that you took a dive in the swamp.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think because I have apparently I have some Empire. I have 2 sets of Empire clothes, but I'm assuming that they're probably both pretty
Yeah,
pretty thrashed.
they're not in a good shape. No, unfortunately, no.
All right. So I would say well, I'll worry about that later.
Hey, is Leopold about Genaro's size?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Leopold is a chunky
I think-
meatball.
Yeah, I think I'm shorter and fatter.
Okay.
Genaro was taller. You know, although the biggest difference between Leopold and Genaro is that Leopold is alive and Genaro is dead. So
But my guess is that my would it be safe to assume that most of my blanket sleeping bag stuff is also ruined?
well, I mean they're not torn or something, but they are damp and they smell really bad. Because when you're in the swamp, you can't really dry your clothes. It's impossible, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try to salvage the cloak and blanket and sleeping bag, but just buy a couple new sets of clothes.
But do you have a sleeping bag?
Yeah, on my inventory I do. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty expensive actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm gonna try to save those. I'm gonna try to get
It was
those.
a
aired out.
military sleeping bag, right?
Oh yeah, from your times in Talaheim's army.
Okay.
Okay, you're making your way back to the. Back. You're making your way to the Gustavstrasse, I presume, right?
Mhm.
Okay. You're passing one bridge, and then another one. Reeksport is there are lots of boats here. Lots of boats of all sizes, barges, rafts, stuff like that. There are quite a few people here as well. It's near the wall, so there's also stench of the bog, of the marsh coming from outside. But you've grown quite accustomed to that, at least. Anyway, after about another half an hour, and asking a few times on the road, you arrive at Gustavstrasse, which is located right next to the shore of the River Reich. From where you're standing, you can see the Cruyers Moor ward on the other side of the river. Gustavstrasse looks a bit better than the rest of the streets in Reeksport. It's slightly wider, slightly cleaner, but it's still not some kind of fantastic place to live. But anyway, tell me please, what are you going to do? You've also found, of course, the good doctor's house slash what's the word? Not office, but what's the word for a private
Residence?
I mean, for a private, place where the doctor helps people.
Clinic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, clinic.
Yeah. It reminds you of Utfas Daubler from
Mhm.
Talheim.
Yeah.
It works similarly to your doctor friend, to your doctor friend's place from the city from the crater city. There are a few inns here, which you can use to hopefully stay. Please tell me what next.
Do you guys want to see if he's in to heal or get some kind of sort of medication for, and also get me. I don't know if I need a doctor administered bath or just a regular bath. But
Yeah, let's go to his house on the Gustavstrasse.
You are on Gustavstrasse.
yeah.
Okay,
So we're gonna see if he's still in or if he's left already, and see if he can give us any help.
Okay.
Wait, he was at the hospice. He wouldn't be in.
Probably.
Well, that's just it. They sent for him, so it's just a question of whether or not we got there first or they got there first. If you think he's not going to be in, then we can just get it. We can maybe we just leave word for him that we need to see him and at his convenience, and we'll be get an in and tell him we'll be staying wherever.
All right, I'll knock on his door.
Okay.
You knock on the door. Very well. You knock on the door, and after a few seconds, a fat woman opens the door. She has apron on her. She holds a big spoon, smelling of soup. She also looks rather serious. Yes?
That smells exquisite. I was looking for Dr. Schreiber.
He's not here.
Do you know when he's going to be back?
Who are you?
We're travelers. We were sent by the Mother Superior at the Hospice of Shalia.
He's not here. He'll be here in time. He went to a patient, a very sick one. Case of green pox.
I'll check back later.
You do. Tell me your name so I might pass it to him.
Salvatore.
Very well, Salvatore. Check later.
I tip my hat and turn around.
Very well. Nice. All right. You leave the strange woman.
This might take a while.
Well, it might. Cool. You return to the boys. Although you were, you saw what happened, basically. So, yeah.
All right, let's find a place to get a room and get a bath and some clean clothes.
I agree, says Lucas. It's a shame that Leopold didn't give us his money because we could use it to pay for the room. I mean, it's not like he needs it, right?
Leopold.
Vincent.
Vincent. Sorry. Vincent.
It's okay.
I
Yeah,
meant
well.
Vincent, of course. Yeah. So, which inn do we want to stay?
I'm looking at Lucas strangely.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason.
So stop it.
It seems odd that you're all interested in people's money all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, we're not that rich, guys. We could use every penny, right? And I don't really see why a man who's going to be treated for 2 weeks took all of his money with him. Don't you think?
Well, can't we just go back out in the woods and live off the land?
Live off the swamp, you mean?
I'm done with the swamp for a little while.
Yeah, me too. If
We're gonna rest up. We're gonna eat well, and have some drinks.
Get some clothes that don't smell like shit.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, very well. Let's go then. Let's go and find something to eat. Sally, you're a halfling, you know where to eat good. Maybe you should
follow my nose.
Maybe you should choose the inn.
Yep.
So, Sally, are you you're searching for an inn, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are a few of them here. There's the Dancing Squid, the Merry Sailor, the Merry Boatman, the Long Wilhelm von Schadenfreude. But this one looks very fancy.
To the fancy one.
Alright.
To the one I can't pronounce.
In front of Long Wilhelm von Schadenfreude, there's a guard standing. You know, he looks at every single person who enters the place. You can also see that this guard looks like, well, he looks fancy himself. You know, he's well armed, kind of well dressed. And you can also smell the fantastic smells coming from inside the place. It's really enticing, so to speak. As you approach, he looks at you. "Oh, there," he says.
Yes.
"What's your business here?" he says.
We've come to eat well and get a new change of clothes.
This is not a place for the likes of you, he says. This is a nice place. Not for...
You accept gold, right?
We do. But we accept gold from people with pedigree.
Well, you should see me when I clean up.
Then clean up first and then return, halfling.
Fair enough.
Because we do not allow people with lice covering their bodies inside. If you want to find a place for the likes of you to drink and eat, try the Feisty Crab. It's at the end of the street. It will probably be a better place for the likes of you, he says.
I should ask for your mother while I'm there.
Oh!
Interestingly, he doesn't rise to the bait. Well,
You're professional. I like that.
At least I know where my mother is. The last time I saw yours, I actually only saw the top of her head, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Well, she is a
they say that
halfling,
about
so
all of us,
probably.
though. And it means something.
Yeah,
What?
because his mother's a halfling.
Sorry, Brian, once again, what were you saying?
I said they say that about all of us.
Oh, well,
I think that you've just insulted
you're
your
losing
own
that
race. But be it. I like a man with
No, I was making fun of his joke.
Yeah, I know. He actually snickers, you see. He's not mad, he just snickers.
Oh,
Well,
that was awesome.
yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. I'll go by and change the clothes, get cleaned up, and I'm coming back, and I'll buy you a drink.
That's only fair. But only after my shift ends. I never drink on the job. It's unprofessional. And I pride myself on being a professional.
We have an opening in the group.
Genaro is dead. Yeah, let's take another guy.
yeah, it's been what, a day?
Hey, do you remember there was this Tylian guy with Like one leg. What was his name? It was like
So long ago.
Giuseppe, I think.
Sylvester.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, are you going to the feisty crab?
I'm kind of suspicious of that one. I think we might just try another inn, like the dancing octopus or something.
No, okay. Yeah, let's say that there was dancing octopus. No problem. Dancing octopus was a few houses earlier, and so it only takes you like 2-3 minutes to reach it. On the sign there's an octopus dancing with a young busty woman. It's actually rather well drawn. From inside you can hear the sounds of someone playing a flute, as well as you can smell rather nice smells coming from the kitchen. Naturally, it's mostly all kinds of fish and seafood, since this is Marienburg. Cool. You enter inside. At this time of day, there are quite a few people here, since it's lunchtime. So people are eating, drinking, generally having a good time. Most of them are, of course, all sorts of sailors, fishermen, dock workers, and probably quite a few locals who prefer to eat, on the town, rather than just prepare meals in their homes. So, where to now? Who orders food? And do you plan on staying here?
Yeah, we'll stay here for tonight. I do want to go to the fancy inn though and kind of treat everybody, but we got to get cleaned up first.
Yeah, Leopold is interested in figuring out how to clean up so he can get to the embassy. So he's all for wherever it'll take us. So
yeah, so
let's do it.
Food and baths for right now. Food, drinks, and baths.
Okay.
I imagine bathhouses would be a common thing in this era.
Yeah, there are. Well, yes and no. I mean, in a city like Marienburg, it's a bit more tricky because the space here is very limited.
Okay.
But generally, yes. Of course, there are bathhouses here. You approach the bar where a woman is actually, standing behind the bar. She looks kind of piratical. In fact, she only has one eye. There's an eye patch on her left eye. She has this nice mane of red hair flowing, but otherwise she's not very attractive. Rather plain looking, honestly. "Hello there, halfling," she says. "Welcome to the Dancing Octopus. Yarr! How may I help you?"
I'd like a bass for all of us and dinner and flagons of ale.
Flagons of ale it will be, laddie. There will be also baths. As for the food, you've came at the right time because we have wait a second. we have charred whale meat. What say
Never had
you?
whale before.
Have you've never eaten a whale in your life?
No, not entirely. Not in the mood.
Then you are missing out. I will prepare you a feast. Arr. Now, so you want to stay, I guess, right? Rooms for how many people?
No rooms right now. We just want to wash up and get our clothes laundered.
If you want to wash up, you need to rent a room because there's no place, there's nowhere else to wash up.
Sure.
Yeah, let's get a room.
We'll get a room.
Very well. For how many people?
There's 3 of us.
Three of you. Then it will be 5 pennies per person, and
15 pennies.
And 2 more pennies for bath, or 6 more pennies for bath if you want to grab a bar of soap.
So that's 21 pennies?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yar har har. Shiver me timbers. And all that stuff. Very well. Sit there, and I will prepare your meal. Actually, I'm not going to prepare your meal. It will be my cook who will prepare your meal. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
Very well. Arr. Well, what are you waiting for? Sit at the table.
Okay, that's it.
You return to the table. On your way back, you see that there's this small like stage area here, and there's like a sad young man playing playing actually a rather merry tune on his flute. People are tossing him brass pennies to a ball standing right in front of him. You see that Sally has returned. Well, are they going to kick us out? Asks Lucas.
No, apparently we fit right in here.
Fortunately, very well. Right, I'm very hungry. I don't know about you guys.
Yep. Let's eat.
Sally, I hope you're not planning on doing something unreasonable with that man from the fancy inn, right?
With the money from the fancy inn?
The man from the fancy inn.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I just wanted to go back and show him that I belong there. You never felt like that before?
Yeah, couple of times. But you saw the kind of people who were entering that place? All posh.
I sure did.
I'm not sure if any of us belongs in such a place.
Even for a nice meal.
Very well. It's up to you. I just want to eat something and take a long, nice nap. That's what I want. Very tired, honestly. I don't know about you guys.
Yep, I just want that bath and to do something about getting a line on a presentable set of clothes.
It's a good idea. Fortunately, most of the people here are like you. Not exactly clean, not exactly, tidy. It smells, kind of strange here. There's this smell of many unwashed bodies, but also of pretty decent and spiced food. Soon enough, a young serving boy arrives with a couple of plates of fat, charred meat, and he also brings a huge, like flagon of ale, and a couple of cups, of wooden cups. Here you go, mine Aaron, he says. All the best wishes from the chef. Have a good day.
Okay.
He says.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
too,
smell it first.
This meat is rather fat, and like I said, it's charred, but it doesn't smell too bad. Well, most important thing is that it's warm.
Yeah. Leopold tucks into it, starts drinking and eating and belching.
Yeah. It's good. It's very it's very fulfilling, so to speak. Very very fat, very tasty. Well, tasty. Some spices have been added to it, but it's this kind of fat fish meat. Still, you are just happy to eat something warm. Finally, something warm,
Yeah.
something decent. You've all finished your meals very quickly. You've also drank the whole beer, rather thin, honestly, but better than nothing. Vincent, of course. Meanwhile, you're taken care of. First, they put you in a small cell. Then they've prepared you for your treatment. They've undressed you. The sisters, of course. Dr. Schreiber arrived. He's this thin little old man with spectacles on his nose. He, together with the sister superior, looked you up and down. and says, "Yes, yes, that's certainly green pox. We will try and save your life, young man, but I hope that you've made your peace with your God, because many things may happen."
I've made my peace.
Very, very well. Yes. I also think that this kind of treatment will require some kind of donation, so to speak. But we'll think about that after treating you, of course. But anyway, please lay on this bed and let me examine you. And with that, they've begun your treatment.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how your entire week looked like. You were just, they've put you in a small room where they've given you strange medications, some kind of alms, some kind of, some balms and herbal drinks. They were burning incense. They were
sponge baths, massages.
Yes, by Dr. Schreiber. No, massages with happy ending. They were of course the Shalians were praying for you while good doctor in this fancy-looking, long-nosed, actually rather long-beaked mask was draining your blood as well as sticking some smoking needles in your skin. You were given like plenty of food and plenty of water, and fortunately for you, you were well taken care for. But this wasn't easy fight, as the sickness was soon began to ravage you. On the second day of your interment in the hospice, the shivers got worse, the fever got worse, boils appeared on your body, boils like full of pus, and the boils are the size of small coins, and they were filled with this lightly green pus. But the stench was the worst thing. Your whole body just began to stink like rotting meat. It was horrible. And now I will just need you to roll for 7 days, so it will be 7 tests, 7 toughness tests.
All right.
Since you are taken care for, they will be easier.
Okay.
You remember that you are already on -10 for everything. If your toughness reaches 0, you die.
Okay. So -10. I'm just gonna roll this, then I'll have to add the -10 after. So that is still a pass. I need 46s. So how many of these? 7?
Just roll for now. Actually, you know what? Wait a second. I'm going to see something. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, keep rolling. Nice.
Another success. Should I roll again?
Yes. Please
Okay.
roll.
-5,
so it's -15. Roll. 4th
Okay.
time. Nice. 5th time.
That's a fail.
-20. 6th time.
Whew. That's a pass.
Last
Nice.
time.
I'll roll a luck.
Very well.
Okay.
No, -25. Alright. Essentially, you've beaten the sickness with the help of good Herr Doctor and the Shalians. Although it wasn't easy, you were in the throes of this horrible contagion. You were hallucinating sometimes. You were shivering like crazy. you had the shakes, and and the stench was the worst thing. This cell in which you were staying didn't have any windows. It was very very raw, very basic. So that was that, and but you were able to defeat this sickness. But for the last time roll for your toughness test, with that modifier, -25.
Okay. And I'll roll a luck.
Ooh.
Nice. All
Flying
right.
colors.
The scarification is there after the boils, but it's not that bad, fortunately.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I for those 7 days I will probably need to roll for for Lucas. Firstly, no, -3 wounds. Right. You saw that after 3 days, like just in case you guys wondering, Lucas seemed to return to normal. He's not sick anymore. He doesn't have a fever.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. He's
I'll
very
save some money.
fortunately, but that was like later. Right now, you guys, we return to the inn. You guys just finished your meal. You've also rented a room upstairs, and when you went there, there are already how many 3 bathtubs placed there with hot water, and of course a large chunk of soap next to each other, next to each of the bathtubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leopold strips down and jumps in.
I presume that you all just take a nice long bath.
Yep.
For I guess at least an hour.
Okay.
One at a time.
I mean, there are 3 baths.
There are 3 tubs.
Yeah, there are 3 tubs, so you can all bathe simultaneously if you want.
It's not hot
Okay.
tub time machine.
Yeah. Anyway, Leopold, you're not. Of course, this helped you with your lice problem. You don't have them anymore.
Okay.
That was
Good.
Yeah, that was good.
Do they have a laundry service here or no?
You can ask after taking a bath.
Okay.
You guess that they probably have, but it will cost you, of course.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put on my other set of clothes because at least it's not full of lice.
Yeah, well, I mean, that set of clothes is useless, essentially. In the old world, when you had lice, you just burned the clothes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna toss, or however is the most expedient way to get rid of the clothes I was wearing.
Out of the window.
Okay. I'll just throw them out the window and put on my other pair that smells like swamp water.
All right, very well.
But at least it's not full of lice.
Yeah, you put on your other set of damp clothing.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing. So at least that's something.
After you throw your clothes out the window, you hear somebody say, "Carl Franz, are you okay?"
No, it's the lice. My biggest weakness.
All right.
Yeah. And what? All right. You've put on your clothes. The rest of you guys are also, I guess, putting back your clothes. Even you, Sally. Although yours are pretty in a very bad shape, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get them laundered so I can at least go buy some looking respectable.
Okay. Do you want to take the downtime for the 7 days?
Well, Leopold would like to as soon as he gets if I can get
go to the embassy ASAP.
Yeah, I want to get a clean pair of clothes and then go to the embassy. So whatever I need to do to do that, if it's just washing them, the ones I have, or buying a new set and having the ones I have washed, I will do that.
Okay.
It sounds like we're probably, what it sounds like to me is that the rest of the day we're going to be spending trying to get ourselves to not look like we've been dragged through the mud.
Very well.
And then tomorrow go to the embassy. What do you think about that? Because I don't think after eating and washing and trying to get new clothes that we're gonna have time to get there. I could be wrong, but I don't know.
You will have. Sure, you will.
Oh, we will. Okay. Well, then, yeah. Then that would be my suggestion is that we do what we can to get decent clothes and then go. We can leave Lucas in the room if he's too sick to travel.
No, honestly, I just don't want to go there, says Lucas.
Okay. All right, we'll bring him.
Yeah. You can tell them what we found, in the swamp. But I think I would prefer to stay here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you go downstairs. You all go? I mean, you and Sally?
Yes.
Sally?
You're just going to see if we can get our clothes cleaned for right now, right?
Well, so as it stands now, I only have the pair of clothes I'm wearing, so I I need to get another pair of clothes in order to take these off so that they can be washed.
Okay, could you take mine down with you? Since you're going first.
Sure. If you just want to give me your clothes for a washing, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I'll stay here and have it fits.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Right, so I take.
please, Sean, sorry.
So I take Sally's bundle of clothes and go downstairs.
They stink of feces.
Okay.
Cool!
I hold them at arm's length.
Okay.
And I ask them if they have a washing service.
The woman looks at the clothes you are holding, and there she has this look on her face. Yar, we have, but it will cost you.
I think for our short friend, money is no object.
Very well. I will order one of my servants to take these clothes to someone who will be able to clean them.
You have is there a clothes seller or tailor nearby?
Yes, there are a few of them actually here. They're mostly selling clothes for dock workers and sailors, but I guess that it won't be that big of a problem for you, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Anything's better than smelling like the swamps, eh?
These things do not smell like a swamp.
Well, I'm talking about my clothes, not his clothes.
Oh, very well, right. All right, pass me the clothes. I will take care of them.
There you go.
They're not my clothes. They belong to a friend of mine.
So I wasn't watching that. The friend of a friend was like once stripping for a camera.
Yes.
Now, I mean, one day I will tell you guys about seriously a brother of a friend of a friend who was doing exactly that, and he had this accident, so to speak. But
Jesus.
I'm not going to tell about it during recording because.
Yeah. So when this person had this accident.
Well, let's just say that he thought that he was doing it for a lady, but when he saw what the lady was doing on her side of of the screen, he stopped doing it. Like, completely, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Funny story that. Anyway. You're returning to the to your room. It took a few hours, but Sandy, you hear a knock. You hear knocking, at the door, and one of the servants enters your room with the bundle of your clothing.
Okay.
They're clean, essentially. They've been cleaned. Here you are, mine Ern. Oh, by the way, Leopold, you had to pay back then.
Okay. So I had to pay immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it costed a shilling, actually.
A shilling?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got it. I'll pay you back.
Well, okay. All right. So I grumblingly pay them a shilling, but I don't want to be stuck with a bundle of shitty clothes. So does that mean they washed just his clothes, right? Because I didn't give him my clothes.
You didn't give them your clothes.
Well, if I give them my clothes, then I'm standing there in my underwear, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too big of a deal in this place, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, then
of course, you know, there were a couple of woohoo!
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Okay.
Take everything off! Come on, show us your sausage. Stuff like that. From
dancing octopus.
Yeah. You guys couldn't handle my sausage.
Show us your tentacle, you know.
Yeah. It takes 8 to do the dancing octopus.
Oh my god, okay. Let's continue, please.
Is that like Marienberg's version of the human centipede?
Human octopus.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know you.
Okay. So I have clean. We both have clean clothes now. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, they are clean, of course. You know there are still a couple of stains, and they were probably in much better shape before you left for the swamp. But yeah, they are clean.
Okay.
Although now, of course, it's too late to go to the embassy because it
I figured
took some time. So, although you are all very tired, so maybe it's for the best, since you could all probably use some sleep.
Yes.
Lucas is actually, you know, already sleeping fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's sleeping very heavily. Okay. You should probably do that as well.
Yep.
Any watches?
Yeah. I hate doing it, but we always should.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Okay. All right. So we're doing 3-hour watches. 3-hour watches or 2-hour watches?
2-hour watches, I guess. Let's get over to the embassy like bright and early.
Okay.
You're doing just that. Alright, very well. Nice. Of course nothing happened during the night. You know. You've all caught quite a lot of sleep. Of decent sleep, fortunately. So, you know, it wasn't that bad. And very early, you've woke up. You're all hungry, first of all. So, probably something good to eat is in order. Lucas says that you know he's still asleep. He's sleepily saying, "I will eat something later. Don't wait for me." Something like that. And then he, you know, turns on the other side and once again begins to snore. Cool. You're going down, I guess.
Yes.
To the main room. At this time, there are quite a lot of people here, as sailors, watchmen, black hats, and dock workers. You know, catching the last meal before their shifts. Some of them have obviously are rather hangover, but most are in pretty good shape. Instead of the red-headed one-eyed lady, now there's one of her servants, a young girl with freckles on her face. She asks you if you would like to eat some breakfast.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yes. Then please sit at that table over there. I will bring some food to you. Oh, by the way, guys, are you like going out with all of your stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I wasn't planning on coming back to this inn necessarily, so I was bringing all my stuff with me.
Remember that Lucas is staying here.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll come back later for him.
Yeah. Right, I'm still bringing all my stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl is also asking if you are going to rent a room for another night because, you know, the night just ended. So.
No, we'll be moving on.
Very well. So in that case, you need to vacate the room by noon.
Okay.
Someone probably should tell Lucas. For your meal, you've got mussels and melted butter, as well as some fermented milk. Pretty good. Very tasty, very refreshing. So, after that, are you going to tell Lucas about, the room, or
Yeah.
are you going straight to the embassy? You return to the room. You tell Lucas. He's like, oh, very well. He gets his stuff. He leaves the room. Grabs something to eat. From the bar, something like just a few slices of pickled herring and a few slices of bread. Washes it down with light beer. Very well. Tell you what, when you visit the embassy, I might just, look for an inn.
Okay, sounds great.
Where will we find you?
Well, maybe here. I mean, honestly, I don't understand why we don't want to stay here.
I suppose. I mean, thought we were moving on, and not sure we were staying here.
Yeah, but the doctor is closed, right?
Oh, because like in game, he's not better yet. He's still sick, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
the week hasn't happened yet. We just rolled for it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, true. Okay, I disregard all that then. We'll book another night at least.
All right. Just okay. We're paying from the war chest for another night. Right.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going back to bed. You can do the renting, Sally.
I'll take it from here.
Great. See you guys later, he says, and goes back to the room. Cool. So you rent room for another night. It's the same price. There are no problems, of course. The room is actually quite nice. Yes, Bran?
What was it for just a room?
I think it was 5 per person, I believe.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was 5 per person. Very well. After that, you leave for the embassy. It takes you almost an hour, actually more than an hour, to reach. Sorry for that. To reach Palace Ward and the Imperial Embassy. The day is, of course, overcast. There's this damn dampness everywhere, and you can smell the salt in the air coming from the sea. Lots of people on the streets. You need to, push your way past them sometimes. Few times you were passing by patrols of black hats who were giving you strange looks, but no one was stopping you, so don't worry. Eventually you reach the Palace Ward, and eventually you're approaching the gate to the embassy. There's a familiar face, the guardsman, who looks at you. Oh, you're back, he says. Didn't reckon I'd see you back. Huh. Should I tell Herr Schmidt that you've just arrived?
Yes.
Please do. I'm just as surprised to be here as you are.
Very well.
As you are to see us.
Very well. Just wait for here then, for a second. And with that, he disappears inside the Imperial Embassy complex. After about 10 minutes, he returns. Please come with me. As usual, leave your weapons here with my men. You've left all your weapons. You can take everything else, of course. Your money.
I just have a dagger and a sword breaker. Does it care about it?
Yeah, of course. They are weapons. They are considered weapons, so you need to leave them. After that, you walk behind the guard, who is whistling something. Something like that. So, how was it on the in the swamp?
Crappy.
Hmm.
We lost one. My nephew.
Sorry to hear that. I've lost some friends too in the army. It's tough life. I'll drink in his name today after my shift.
Appreciate it.
He just nods, but you can tell that he was sincere. It wasn't just a small talk on his part.
Yeah.
Eventually, you reach Schmidt's room. The guard knocks. Let them in. You can hear Schmidt from inside. I'll wait for you here. Good luck. Both of you walk
Thanks.
inside. You see that Schmidt is sitting behind his desk. He's fat as usual and he's sweaty as usual. Of course, he doesn't get up when you enter. But there are two chairs just put in front of his desk. Welcome back. Please have a seat. Have a seat. Maybe you'd fancy a drink. Pour yourself something nice from the bar. Maybe some schnapps.
Leopold jumps up and pours some good helpings of schnapps for himself and Sally.
That's real imperial schnapps, you know, not this wastelander piss that they drink here. No, only best schnapps in our fair embassy. Yes. Suddenly you see that the door open. Nihilus barges in. Schmidt stands. Sit down, Schmidt, he says. Schmidt sits down. Welcome back, he says. Walks behind Schmidt and casually leans against the window with his hands folded on his chest. Looks at each of you for a split second, nods. Through the open door also the woman enters in her long black clothes, well, actually dark grey. She doesn't even acknowledge you, nor does she, says hello. She also walks behind Schmidt. The guard closes the door behind her. She walks behind Schmidt. Schmidt, you can see, is already trembling. His three chins are simply jiggling. His hands are shaking slightly. He, helps himself with schnapps, but it doesn't help. The woman, without any further ado, says, "Report."
We found the temple in the swamp. It was full of vile cultists and an abomination against Sigmar. We killed them all and captured their prayer book and some writings which indicate that the child is an abomination like them.
Do you have the writings with you?
Yes.
Hand them over to me.
I hand over the spell book and all the writings.
Strange sounds. Okay. Anyway, she takes the writings. She begins to scan them quickly. What's that sound? Hello.
Oh, that was probably me. I was walking through a room.
Okay. Yes, coat of Stromfels. Expected from a place like this. I swear, these wastelanders can't handle their own gang. It kind of fits. We need to send this to Outdoor, she says to Nihilus. They will need to check this. I will take care of this, he says. See that you do. Yes, Were there any problems during your task? She says rather distractedly because she's, she's still reading.
We lost one of our group and suffered from the evils of the swamp.
I
fold my arms.
meant problems. Like, were any of you... Did any of you came into contact with strange heretical substances or stuff like that? Casualties are to be expected in this line of work.
No, none of us.
I'm gonna go pour myself a drink.
None of us were tainted by their foul taint.
Yeah, you saw that when she told that, when she said that, Nihilus, he unfolded his arms and he straightened his back, looking at you and at her, not sure if he won't be needed in a second to try and defuse something. Well, I'm surprised to say it, but you've actually did rather well. I didn't expect that of you. How many did you lose? Only one?
Yes, only one.
Acceptable. Very well.
I pour another drink.
Schmidt looks like he wants to say something about that because that schnapps is very... You can tell from the taste it's very expensive, but he's not... He's just, he just wants all of you to get the fuck out of his office as soon as possible.
I might finish it off.
Yeah, without problems. I mean, there's not
Perks of the job.
There's not that much left, of course, but so you might as well do that. Normally, talent like you is usually just useful for cutting throats or stuff like this, but I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. Right, you. She looks at you, Leopold. Tell me, what did you read from this journal? I will need at least half an hour more to go through it completely.
I read that the boy was born to a member of the cult, and that what was that? That they were getting him ready for something when the witch hunters came and killed many of their members and took the boy from them. Then they wrote about someone in the Dude Canal,
You remember Jürgen Bayer?
Yeah,
Jürgen Bayer.
Yeah, Jürgen Bayer. That he was looking for a child with certain properties to was it bring back his god or to start his own cult. And so I think we need to find this person, as he may be the one that has started this rumor about the child being Sigmar.
She looks at Nihilus. You were right, Nihilus. This one is not as stupid as he looks. Very well. Right. Then I expect that you do just that. Go to Dud Canal, find this bear, learn more about the child. Then report back.
Will do.
Excellent. Off you go.
Alright. Let's go, Sally.
I'll see you guys later, says Nihilus. Good luck.
Thanks.
I finished the last of the schnapps out of the decanter, the bottle, whatever it's in.
Yeah, it's a fancy decanter. With,
probably...
studded with imperial eagles and griffins.
And I slam it down like,
Sigmar be with you, says Schmidt, in a rather hysterical voice.
And with you, Schmidt.
It's her, Schmidt. Says,
Okay, Schmidt.
her Schmidt to you.
You walk outside. The guard, just says, please follow me. Walks you out, gives you back your stuff. Until next time, he says, have a good day. Sorry.
Thanks.
Question for you.
For the guard?
Yeah.
Yes, miner.
I lost my my sword in the swamp. Do you guys have any extras I could buy off you?
He says, "Well, sir, I can't really sell you any of my weapons. They are the property of the Emperor, and I would be trialed for that. Not to mention that it would be
I'll leave all the
against...
proper.
There's a weapon shop not far from here, and they have very good prices. Actually, me and my men buy additional weapons from them. Which kind of reminds me, I mean, I'm saying this out of game. I think you were asking this man about this thing on our
we've been there.
first or second session. There's the... I think
Yeah.
the shop is... I know there's a dwarf there, I think.
Yeah, we went to the dwarven shop. That's just I think that's not in the direction we need to go currently right now though.
Yeah.
But I mean, because right now we need to head south, and I want to say it's either in Gudberg or Ostmuir, or maybe it's even in Riksport, where I forget where the dwarf is.
Riksport, wasn't it? Wait a second. Golden Trident, Catspice. No, I think it was in Palisbert.
Was the dwarf still in Palisbert? Okay, I
think
don't
so.
remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I just remember
it
it
was
was
just on
heading
the street.
east.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
it's
It
down
was.
the
It was in Palisbert. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can go there if you want.
Yeah, he's still open, so you might want to check out that place.
I think you're gonna need a weapon to shake this bear guy down.
Yeah. So let's head down there and get armed up. Do you need arrows or bolts? Whatever.
I need to replenish my bolt supply. I'm down to about half.
Yeah, you should go out with twice as much as last time.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
get extra ammo. All right, let's go do this. Did Vincent need anything?
What?
I can't remember if Vincent told us in character if he needed anything.
You don't remember that at this point.
No.
Okay.
I was like, even personally, I don't remember it, but I think he was
I don't either.
he was trying to finagle some way to buy more armor or something. I think, but I don't recall specifically.
We'll wait till he's out of the hospital.
Yeah. Well, at this point, you're just hoping that he's okay. You don't really know about your friend.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I like how we're about to have a shopping day and everything.
He'll be fine. Can I have his shoes?
Eating whale steaks.
Boys' night out. Going shopping.
And we had a spa day yesterday. Just sit in the bathtub.
Like, enough with the bathtubs and massages, please. Actually, no, it's quite cool. I want more. Anyway, you're making your way to the dwarf's shop.
Yes. Yeah.
But, and I kid you not, we're going to do this next time.
That's fine.
As you enter the shop, today's game ends. Because it's quite late here. And I need to get up early tomorrow. But, yeah, we did quite a lot today. I'm very, very pleased. Vincent, when you're going to get better, how much money do you have?
In pocket, 11 crowns, 11 shillings, 3 pence.
Alliance and Good Hair Doctor will probably expect for you to pay it all, essentially.
Okay. I'm 11, 9, and 3.
Just so you know, for your treatment.
Just keep the receipt.
Yeah. Well,
there's a warranty come with that.
So anyway, today's points. Everyone shall be given. Today's session was quite light, so let's say 50 points.
Okay.
Other than that, for your characters, 10 points. For your place of birth, Brian.
Place of birth. I talked to Vincent a little bit about Lucchini. Said I was cursing about Jaquil and Tylian. Other than that, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's for 5 points. 5 points should be okay for that. Now, for you, Jason, place of birth.
I was trying to be more dour.
I saw that.
Kind of.
I saw that. I really like that, actually. Yeah. That that you've made your peace with your gods and stuff like that. It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you 10 points for that. And Sean?
I just tried to make that comment about the maybe I should try a book of grudges like the dwarves that do a lot of trading with people in Wissenland, but that was about as close as I got, I think.
Okay. Okay. It's actually, it's such a nice what's the word, reference that I will give you 10 for that.
Okay.
Now let's see the religion side of you, Brian.
Can't think if I prayed to anybody in particular.
Yeah, I don't think so. Weren't you saying something about Sigmar, or was I imagining things?
I'm trying to remember the context.
Or maybe it's
I feel like I might have said something, but I don't know what. Like, if I think of it, I'll
or
say
maybe
it.
it's my unashamed man crush towards Sigmar that's clouding my mind. It probably is. Very well. In that case, maybe. I mean, think about it. Maybe you were saying something.
There's a couple. This is where, like, I think I meant to and didn't.
Yeah. Well, just
like when I threw the sword, I wanted to say something.
Like there's an idea. Just like next game, for example, you can go to a Temple of Morg here and like ask for, pay for a prayer for Genaro.
Yeah.
That's just my proposition, so to speak. Of course, that's just I think it would be fitting, honestly. Sean, what about you?
Yes. Trying to think. I was trying to be respectful to the Shalians, but I'm.
Yeah.
And I want to say. I was trying to think if I said anything Sigmar-ish. I mean, the only thing would be maybe a little bit in the talking to the mean lady, talking about
obey your superiors. You were doing that.
Okay.
You were doing that. Yeah. Essentially, she was acting like a bitch to you, and you were obeying her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, and also just saying, going on the thing about destroying the heretic abominations and things like that.
Yes, I will give you 5 points for that because that was Sigmarite enough.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like that. Star signs, please.
Didn't you do Vincent for religion?
One more time, Brian. You are like
Vincent for religion.
Vincent's religion.
Oh, sorry, Vincent's religion. 10 points, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I agree with that.
Yeah, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Honestly. Okay, nice. Star signs, Brian.
Righteous, fearless, merciful. I think I did that with the bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of at the end when the girl was talking about the casualties, the shadow mage.
Yeah. You were fearless, merciful. Yeah.
Righteous.
Yes. Okay, I can give you 10 points for that. That was pretty neat. Jason?
Gungren's Baldric, militant profession of arms. I don't think anything really came up this time around. I'm trying to think if I was really disciplined anywhere. I don't think so.
Okay.
So I don't think anything there.
Sean?
Cacklefax the cockerel. I think the only way that I really manifested being cheap is just not speaking up to pay for myself for stuff. Other than that, I thought about trying to haggle down prices, but I just wanted my clothes clean. didn't want to risk.
Understandable. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's important, you know. After
Yeah.
that. Okay, you know, I can give you 5 points for that. Okay.
Okay.
Because there were a few occasions where you could be rather cheap, and I was even, you know, asking, is Leopold, you know, going to say anything?
Right.
You did mention something about like the war chest is paying for that, right? Like you've
Yeah. That's sort of the angle that he's taking with payment for things. Is like, whoa, you know. But you know, you also made the point that he is paying into the war chest, so theoretically he might be a little more interested in how much we pay for stuff out of the war chest. But
Yes, that was nice actually.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so like I said, I can give you 5 points for that.
Okay.
Doom, Sally.
The blind maiden shall weigh thy soul. I think when I was having that conversation with Vincent, so like if I killed Jakio, I'd lose more. I forget how I phrased it, but I'd lose more friends if I said I already lost one too many friends today or something.
Yeah, that's true. 10 points because that was very cool. I like that speech. I like that you didn't kill him just because, despite, you know, your predisposition to that. That was very nice, I think. So 10 points. Jason.
the darkest rot shall eat thee from within. Kind of accepting the fate of the sickness and whether the priestess of Shalia will help or not. I kind of he kind of came into it with the attitude of, you know, this might be his time.
Yeah. Okay. I like that as well. So I'm going to give you 10 points for that because that was nice. After that we have Leopold.
Yeah, the hourglass shatters before the last grain falls. I'm still trying to push the pace, but I don't know that I really did it that much this session.
You did actually.
You did. The
Yeah,
whole time
you
were
did.
saying,
You
"Let's
did.
hurry."
I'll give you 10 points for that. That was very nice,
Okay.
Sean. Because I've caught more than once that you're, you know, we need to speak with the guys at embassy. We need to tell them.
We need to get into Marienburg right away.
Yeah, exactly. That was. I like that a lot actually.
Okay.
Sally.
It only took me 2 years to catch on.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's 2 years already. Wow.
I don't know. It seems it's over a year. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's over definitely. Sally, I'm going to give you 5 points for Halfling, even though it was Lucas who told you that, you know, you should look for inns.
Well, also the short jokes were pretty.
Yeah, the short jokes were pretty awesome.
Right.
You should be looking at the top of your mother. He's like, "Yeah, you see a toss of Oliver heads or something,
Yeah.
right?"
Of course.
You should have said at least we don't have to scuff our knees.
Okay.
No rug burn.
5 points. 5 points. Very nice. Of course. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Sorry.
So, I don't think there were any ideas which pushed the game forward today. Honestly, you know, I mean, getting help for Vincent, and potentially Lucas was like normal thing to do because they're sick.
Right.
Yeah, but other than that, I think that's it. Okay, guys. So that's it for today.
How many points does everybody have?
Yeah. So please tell
Got
me.
95 for Leopold, 90 for Vincent, 95 for me. Is that right?
Yes, I concur.
60, 78. I just have 90. I got 50 for today, 10 for character, 10 for birthplace,
10,
5 religion,
10.
5.
Oh, you got 5 religion. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, so that'd be 80 or 90. I mean, right?
90. Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
isn't?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, mine's 92.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, guys. So like it was said before, potentially you can play on 28th.
Oh.
But if Andy will say that he can play on 4th of November, is everyone cool with that? Because I would of course prefer to, even play a week later, but with full squad. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just.
Yeah.
That should work out.
Okay.
Yeah, 28th or the 4th, either one is fine.
Okay. So I'm going to make our next event on the 4th, for hopefully, hopefully Andy will be able to attend. If not, then it will be unfortunate, but we will simply play. Probably in that case, we'll play on 28th.
Okay. If he can't make.
So if he can't make either, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. 28th.
Because it's like there are possibilities of bigger bigger gaps in our games, so we should just minimize this as best as possible. Okay, guys. So thank you for the game. If you have any questions, PM me.
Okay.
I hope that you like it. Sorry for. I mean, today I'm still pretty weak from the sickness, but hopefully it wasn't that noticeable.
No, I didn't know you were sick until you said something.
Yeah. Not feeling too well.
Yeah.
A quick
I'm hoping
question.
I don't get sick. We stood out in the rain yesterday.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that you're just dressed too lightly and then you'll be like
hit with wet and cold.
Yeah, it's dangerous and shit. What was the question?
Yeah, sorry.
I was going to ask, I guess, Sean and Brian. I'm still, I guess Vincent is out for a week, and it's been one day so far. I was just kind of curious. You guys will probably push the story forward.
Leopold will definitely be pushing the story forward. But
I'm guessing, will Lucas be able to join you guys for?
Well, it sounds like we don't know it, but he'll be ready in 2 more days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even I guess that even if Andy if Andy returns, he will be able to go out with you. It's not like he's very sick. The swamp fever was actually only giving him like a minus, like a single wound daily. He lost like 3 wounds total, and he will regain this in. Oh my God! Wasn't he? Oh shit! It will be okay. I just forgot about one thing. He was on a single wound, right?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Or because that's important, because he failed 2 tests, which means that he lost 2 wounds and they were not coming back, because that's how this works. So he might have suffered a single critical hit. I will check it later with Andy.
Okay.
Yeah, and in that case, I will also need to ask him if even if he won't be playing, is it cool for Lucas to hang out with you? Because remember that I think you're all rather beaten up, if I recall correctly. I don't remember how much HP do you have.
I still have 10 left. I took 6 out of 16.
So remember that after a single night you've recovered 1.
Okay, I'll put that in right now.
Those of you who are lightly wounded recovered 1 HP after going to sleep in the inn.
Yeah.
Sorry. But those of you who are heavily wounded, you recover 1 HP per week of rest. And you must almost certainly need to visit a healer of sorts. Because otherwise you're just going to be healing very, very slowly. So
I've got 5 more. That's not critical or anything.
You've got 5 HP?
No, I have 10 left.
So you have 11.
I have 15 total.
So you have 11 after sleeping.
No, I've already adjusted.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
Well, Vincent, let's make this easier. After this week, you'll be fully healed.
Okay.
Okay. But as for Andy, I don't recall. Let me see. Maybe he has it on his character sheet. Wounds. Oh, it says on his character sheet that he has 15. So even with the loss of 2, that makes it like 13. Okay, I'm going to put 13 on his character sheet, and I'm going to ask him if it's the right amount.
Yeah, if he's
it's
counting up
possible.
or counting down.
Well, it's also possible that he's like me and he forgets to update in one spot. So
Yeah.
me, I usually go by the paper being more accurate than the.
Okay, as long as you're keeping track of it, I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So anyway, I'll see you hopefully on the 4th, all of you, or on 28th, if that's the case with Andy. See you later. Thanks for the game.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
See it.
Bye bye.
Bye.